Hey everyone, so I feel like it's been forever since I just got in front of the camera and talked. So I had actually planned on having a different video this week, but I literally just got finished listening to uh, the first episode that I've ever listened to from the Uncurated Life podcast. Which, if you don't know what that is, the podcast is, the host of it is probably one of the people that I admire most in the planner community, and that is Cindy Guentert-Baldo. I really hope that I did not butcher her name. Anyway, you may know her here on YouTube as Llama Loves Lettering. She's on Facebook. She was one of the speakers at Go Wild, and I just generally love her planning style. I love her personality. I love everything about this woman. And the episode that I listened to is the one from Monday, so August 6th of 2018, and the episode is called Some Thoughts on PR and Design Teams. And this episode spoke to me so much because it is exactly the thing that I have been the most frustrated about, and as well as my group of planners that we have. If you didn't know, I am from South Arkansas, and we have our own little planner group. We meet up once a month. Our Facebook is called Sassy Southern Planners, and we are made up of all kinds of different planning styles. There's not a whole lot of us on there, but we all have different likes. Some of them like rainbows and sparkles and unicorns and bright colors, pastels, florals, while others of us, myself included, we do like some of those things, but we also like, a bit more darker, macabre, just a little bit of a darker style. So just to preface all of that, if you have seen any of my planner flip throughs, especially my last one where I was flipping through my Foxy Fix, that is a little bit more geared toward my style because I have searched very hard and a lot of times made stuff myself because it is so hard for me to find the things that I really want in this community, and it still is. So I'm going to go through, this is going to be kind of a reaction video, and I've never really done a reaction video, but I just thought that Cindy brought up some very, very valid points as far as PR teams and shop owners go in the planning community. And just to not narrow it too much, this could actually be applied to a lot of different communities out there. So it doesn't have to be just limited to planners, but since this channel is geared a lot more towards planning, we'll keep it, kind of under that general umbrella. So, the first thing that I've got my notes here. So the first thing that I really wanted to kind of point out that she mentioned was that we need to see how people actually use items rather than just hauling stuff. And I'm super guilty of this. And it's kind of something that if I had not have listened to her, I get it now. And I understand, like, we get excited over getting new stuff, and sometimes we forget to actually put that haul stuff, those products, into practice and really show how they're being used. A lot of my Instagram feed now has been, I've been trying to be a little bit more little bit more consistent with showing my spreads and everything like that. Here lately, the past few days, I have not even touched my Foxy Fix. I have been bullet journaling and really enjoying it a lot. But at the same time, I do want to do a plan with me, but it just really makes me nervous because I don't want it to take too long. And when I sit down to plan my stuff, I'm so used to doing dailies now that having the themed kits is not really my jam anymore. When I was using a lot of weekly things, I was using kits. But now that I'm using dailies, since you have to flip the page over every day pretty much, I'm not just confined to using one particular kit. If I want to, I can, but if I don't want to, then it's not going to look really bad because you're flipping a page over every day. Anyway, sorry for going off on that tangent. I'm going to be doing that a lot on this video, but if you do make it through this entire video, please comment down below. Give me your thoughts on this. I would really like to see what other people's thoughts are. Do you agree? Do you disagree? And also, I may in fact piss some of you off. And that's completely unintentional. The intention of this video is for PR people and for shop owners to think outside the box and realize that not everybody likes the same things. So I hope that this is helpful, and like I said, please just take this with a grain of salt. You know, this is strictly my opinion. So anyway, people need to use the items rather than just hauls. New and creative ways to use their items. But so she noted that, you know, a lot of times whenever you see Instagram stories and just on the feed in general, you'll see a bunch of stickers fanned out or products just fanned out and is like, hey, I picked up this stuff, or this is new stuff coming to this shop, use my code. So on down here, let's see, where did I note that? Yeah, so do something with your stuff instead of just showing your things fanned out. I mean, having some of that is a good thing, but something that Cindy pointed out was that, and I completely agree with this, I am a lot more apt to purchase something if I see it put to use, if I see it used in a different way. That makes me want it more than just, oh, hey, here's some stickers, use my code. The whole idea of being on a PR team and just sales in general is something that I struggle with myself, because I don't want to feel like that high pressure salesman. So I'm very, very choosy, and I'll go into this a little bit more. I'm very choosy with who I PR with. So I will just preface with that as well. So more thought and intention of how teams are used. That one is more geared towards shops. And I completely agree with that. I think that, you know, instead of just having people just have this set number of people and, you know, just be like, here, show people new releases, do this, do that, show people about, you know, the 5th sale this week or anything like that. That, to me, whenever I see that pop up on like my Insta stories, I flip right through that, because I know there's a set number of people, and I'll go into this more too. There are a set number of people that it seems like they all PR for the same companies, and they all kind of have the same things, and it's really frustrating. So something that this is the main thing that we have talked about in Sassy Southern Planners, and this is geared towards shops. Have more diversity. That was something that Cindy mentioned, and when she said that, I literally paused the video and scrolled back through, started at the beginning, and started taking notes, because this 100% I agree with. Shop owners need to have a lot more diversity in what they offer. So, like I mentioned, my aesthetic is a lot more dark. So I like galaxy stuff. I really do. And it seems like I kind of got into the galaxy and the crystals like right before it blew up. And then it just blew up everywhere. So you can find tons of shops that have crystals and galaxy designs. They're all beautiful. But how many of them do you really need? However, when I go on Etsy and I type in rockabilly, I can't find anything remotely rockabilly or pinup, things like that. You can find some pinup stuff, but my kind of pinup style is more of like a darker pinup. So think like, you know, I guess more gothy looking pinup girls. I love that kind of stuff. Where can we find just a really glamorous, you know, vampire kit or something like that? Or even, I see 50,000 Harry Potter themed things. Seriously, go on Etsy, type in Harry Potter planner, and you will have thousands of results. And that's great that, you know, that particular area of the market is gloriously saturated. And you can, I mean, it's, if you're a Harry Potter fanatic and you want to have a notebook dedicated entirely to Harry Potter, you are going to be very well served. The same goes for florals and bows. I love bows, but I want something different. So yeah, trying to go in and find any kind of gothy related items, it's incredibly hard to find. I have actually got a notebook, I've got a spread in my bullet journal of things that I would like to try, but I'm going to have to find that stuff myself. You know, I have a set of movies that I really like to see and have, you know, just kind of fangirl over. I am not a Harry Potter fan. I'm not really a Lord of the Rings fan, anything like that, but I love The Craft. I love The Lost Boys. I love The Crow. Just kind of the more macabre stuff is super, super hard to find unless you are wanting something really generic like a skull. Big deal. So I know that there are some shops out there that do have a bit of diversity, and I do notice you, I promise. But it just sucks that not every single person is really catered to in the market. But if you are one of those basic planners that, you know, enjoys fun pastel colors and florals and things like that, you're going to be very well served. But for others of us that, you know, may want like a heavy metal planner theme that week, or, you know, just like anything goth or stuff like that, you have to search high and low to find stuff like that. Another thing that she noted, and this goes into more kind of the PR team, but it still really hits the shops, is the group of people who have the same style and do the similar things. So remember when I mentioned the group of people that I follow? I'm not going to say their names. I'm not going to say anybody's name in this except for Cindy, because, you know, I'm reacting to her stuff. But I can think off the top of my head at least 3 or 4 people. They're all, I think, maybe one or two of them are shop owners themselves, and they are very successful shop owners. But I know that if I look at their Insta stories and they are posting their hauls, I know that they're going to have, each one of them is going to have a haul from shop A, and they're all going to have the same stuff. There may be a little bit of diversity here and there with the particular stickers or die cuts that they get. They're all going to have stuff from shop A. It's like they all get together and they discuss, and they're like, okay, so we're going to post stuff from shop A and B today. And it's just like in sync. They are posting stuff. And it really does get a little bit irritating. The only reason that I do keep following these people is because when they do happen to do their flip throughs and things like that, I do get really inspired by how they use their things. So they may set their dashboard up in a particular way, and I'm like, oh, you know, I've got this die cut, so I can kind of do the same thing there. But generally, I just try to kind of stick to coming up with my own thing. And sometimes it is a little hard. Sometimes I do have to have a little bit of inspiration. Anyway, this is going to be like a super rambly video. But anyway. So we need to see, I would love to see people who have different planners. This is something that Cindy noted. Your PR team should have, each of them should use different planners. They should use different planning styles. They should use different color schemes. And they should come from different backgrounds and lives. So one thing that she noted was, you know, you might think of having a college student. How does a college student use your product? How does a homeschool mom use your product? How does one that works outside the home, how do they use your product? How does a person that works from home, how do they use that? Having people with different styles, you know, have that one that really enjoys the pastels, have one that does, you know, really funky, eclectic stuff. Have that person that enjoys, you know, more neutral things, or someone that just uses black and white, or somebody that, you know, just really enjoys kind of darker, more alternative stuff. It's really important, and honestly, you're going to serve your market better than just having, you know, 5 planners set out from different people, but they all look the same because they all kind of have the same similar style. And to me, that's the most important thing. A couple of more points that she brought up was, when you choose people on your PR team, find out how many they PR for already. So, as I mentioned, I'm very, very choosy about who I PR for. I'm not gonna try and blow smoke and say that, you know, I've got people just throwing PR opportunities at me, because I don't. There have been several opportunities that I have had to apply for PR positions, but one, I did not apply because I have never purchased from them, and 2, I've never purchased from them. So how in the world can I try to help boost your business if I don't know about your product? I know stickers are just stickers, but it's a lot more than that. You know, I prefer matte unicorn paper stickers. If I'm getting stickers, that's what I would rather have. I love vivid colors. I love, that's about all I have to say about stickers. I love vivid colors, and I like the matte unicorn paper that everybody uses. If I have never purchased from you before, I don't know how, you know, if your stickers are perfectly kiss cut, or if they're spotty, if you know they aren't cut precisely. And I feel like as someone who does PR, you need to know the product. You need to know the product probably not as well as the shop owner, but you better damn well know it way better than a first-time consumer. Like I PR for City Girl Planners and for LifeNLilies. These two shops I've mentioned in other videos. Every single one of my description boxes down below will have my City Girl Planners and my LifeNLilies affiliate codes, PR codes, whatever you want to call it. I know those products. If somebody asks a question in either one of the Facebook groups, you know, if somebody has a question on, you know, is the City Girl Planners paper, is it fountain pen friendly? I'm going to tell them yes, because I've used that. I've used the products myself. I know the product, and I bought multiple products, so I know that, you know, things are consistent. As for, you know, like with LifeNLilies, you know, if somebody has a question on, you know, how much are customs, or, you know, things like that, I like to be able to answer questions for people if they have a question, because that helps the shop owner. And me as a consumer, if I have a question, you know, I want it answered immediately. I realize that's not always going to happen, but as quickly as possible. So I just think that it's a really important thing for people to know the product that they are PRing for. And something that she kind of mentioned along with that, limit the amount of people that do multiple PR teams. You know, reach out and be like, hey, how many teams do you PR for? If somebody's saying, you know, oh, I PR for 10 places, you know, that sometimes floods the feed too much. And I guess this was more, I don't know, to me this could kind of be geared towards shops and PR people. So if you are a PR person and you PR for, you know, 15 shops, it's gonna flood your feed, and it's gonna be just a constant barrage of hauls. We see more. Okay, so sorry, I'm trying to read my notes here. Anyway, so me myself, I would not PR for more than about 2 or 3 per, you know, usually your PRs are in sessions and you can reapply whenever your term ends. 2 is about my limit. So, and I'm very, very comfortable with that. I'm very happy with that, because I know that if I PR'd for 15 shops, then, you know, it's constant, you know, you have your own set of rules that each shop owner wants. I want you to post my product this many times a week. Can you commit to doing this? And then you'll get this in return. If I'm PRing for 15 shops, then my feed is just going to be entirely dedicated to PR. And that gets really annoying. So I think that, PRing for less people and having it be, companies that you are truly, truly passionate about, I think that that speaks a lot more. It makes you look more honest in all reality because, are we going to just post our PR hauls? No. We're going to post hauls of things that we actually buy. And you really get a taste for what that person's particular style is, what they like. And when you get stuff for free all the time, how am I to know that what you're saying is actually true? I know sometimes that people can be a little bit scared, especially when it is, a bigger shop. People can be scared talking critically about them because they may be scared that, the people who are supporters of that shop may come flood their feed and, just be super, super negative. But it's okay to be critical because it causes growth. And if a shop owner reacts badly to some criticism, that speaks a lot about who they are because it is a good thing. It really is. It helps the shop owner and it helps make the people who are seeing your feed, which are potential consumers, it helps them make more informed decisions. If you are constantly posting stuff but you're not using it in your planner and it's just kind of like going to the side and you might, use it for a giveaway, how do we really know that this totally amazing sticker is actually amazing? So the last thing that Cindy talked about is more geared toward shops. Is PR really helping you? Or is it to have people pimp your shit on Instagram? I think that, I don't know what the process is for shop owners whenever they are doing PR because to me, I PR for not necessarily small shops, but it's not like Erin Condren, and I know that Erin Condren does things in an entirely different way, but that's just kind of like what I'm comparing it to. It's gonna look a lot better for your shop if you have a group of people that is really, really passionate about your stuff and the consumer is seeing how your products are being used rather than, oh, hey, here's a haul, here's a haul, here's a haul, here's a haul. It makes you look like a much more, I guess, honest shop owner. That you're not just trying to get money, money, money. So, that's about it. I really enjoy listening to this episode. Probably going to go back and listen to some more of the Uncurated Life. I will leave it linked down below so you can find it if you would like to listen for yourself. But like I said, if you made it through this 28 minutes, I commend you for listening to my ramblings for that long. But I just thought that these were really, really valid points, and I really hope to see something different in the planner community. Here lately, I have been trying so hard to think outside the box and use different mediums to plan because the artsier stuff, it's something that I used to do when I was a kid, and now I can, bring it more functional. Instead of just using stickers all the time, I'm trying to actually use the stuff that I have and just see how stamping can look different, or how using watercolor can look different, or just doing a lot of washi tape or practicing with my lettering and things like that. And it has been so much fun. So and I know that not everybody has time for all of that, and my time's very limited too, but I do make time because that is my form of self-care. So anyway, that's all of my ramblings. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and I will leave all links down below for, like I said, the Uncurated Life podcast, and I'll probably leave Cindy's YouTube channel down below as well, and then all of my info will be down below. Like I said, what are your thoughts on these issues? So leave those down below as well. I'd love to talk to you guys. Thank you so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, everybody.